All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a shameless plug of your business, and then tell us what you're looking to accomplish in today's call.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm an asset coach and a tax strategist, which is simply put, I work with business owners to help them reduce their taxes, show them how to control and reduce their tax liabilities, their debts. To that extra cash flow, I show them how to either increase their business, to diversify out of their business into other assets and help them grow their wealth. And by utilizing all their assets and helping their assets to all work together rather than separately.
Wonderful. Awesome. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Good deal. So, all right, so tell us a little bit about how you kind of came about video, and then what will we look to get out of today's call.
Yeah, so video, I was introduced to video about a year ago. Sounds funny to say that, since it's like maybe I was under a rock or something. But when I started doing Facebook ads, I started doing some videos, and then I started taking a lot of my PowerPoints and my presentation and creating little 5-minute educational videos to start sending them to prospects and clients to get them prepared for our conversations.
Oh, cool.
And so it started becoming more of a good tool, to where I started actually using it after I had my information gathering appointment with clients. I'd get all their tax returns, all their financial statements, all their documents. I'd put a plan together, and then what I'd actually end up doing is I'd end up recording a presentation of their situation without meeting with them live.
Nice.
And I would send it to them, because one of the things I didn't like was when people always feel like you're ready to sell them something.
Yeah.
Right. And sometimes you don't know what questions to ask. And the professional presenting may be going a little bit too quick. Yep. And you're a couple topics back, and you're just trying to catch up. So in order to make them more productive, I recorded the videos, said, here's a list of questions I have based on your situation. So print out that list, watch the video, answer the questions that I have, give me the questions back. And then the next appointment was either live or a face-to-face screen share. And it was just to address their questions and see what their concerns were. I found that was very productive. It built a lot of credibility, built a lot of trust. It brought the anxiety level a little bit down to where the conversations could be productive.
Yeah.
Which is why they want to hire someone, right? You don't want to be on your toes all the time trying to figure out when that guy is going to finally sell you.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. A very, very kind of in-depth insight into how video you've been incorporating it currently, and then how also we might suggest to use the tool a little easier. I keep losing my feed here for a second. Did you lose me, or did you hear what I said?
I heard.
Okay, so it did cut out. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll have to kind of pay close here. This is very strange. We stream on here all the time. For today is having a little bit of a weird weather. Okay. So what we'll do, let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you first. I'm going to kind of give a little quick demo of the platform. I'll ask some questions along the way. And then if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me at any time. So I'll be going kind of fast, like you mentioned, but nothing too deep. So,
sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me go ahead and get started here. So the way that Dubb works is we really are an all-in-one platform that in terms of video. What we do is we first allow you to create the videos, customize the videos, and then distribute them to get them out. So let me go ahead and jump into that. First thing is the creation of the videos. How do you currently see yourself making most of these videos? Probably in front of the computer, right?
Exactly how you see it here. I figure it's I don't have a big old studio or anything like that. I feel that this creates a little more levity, and it creates something that I'm real human, and these aren't canned presentations or anything like that.
Exactly. Cool. So we do have a mobile app. I would say that it can be useful for a couple of things. Let me go ahead and describe that to you. One thing is clips. So the mobile app has some really cool recording functions where you can take videos that you've already recorded, and you can take current videos, you can shoot something on your phone or on your screen or whatever, and then we can splice all those together seamlessly so that it's all in one video and it plays back to back. So instead of having to go into something like iMovie or Adobe and splice clips together, we can do that right from the app. So what this usually means for someone like yourself, like a consultant, is we usually want the video to be custom for them, at least the first part of it, right? Where if we're prospecting, let's say, we don't want to spend a ton of time creating a 5 or 10 minute video in prospecting, because that really shortens our efficiency. So that first video should be pretty short and sweet, right? Maybe 15, 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds where we're saying, hey, first name, I wanted to reach out to you specifically for a couple of things or whatever. We have one thing maybe. And then we can tie that on to a pre-recorded video where you actually go into your product or service and all the ins and outs of it. I wouldn't say all of them because we don't want to drag it on. We want to keep it really short and punchy and compelling until we got them on the phone, right? That's where you're closing the deal is on the phone. So the idea with videos is to have them just be really enticing, compelling, informative to get them to take the actions we really want, which is to jump on the call so we can close it. As you mentioned, though, you're using it as a trust builder, but also as an engagement, increasing understanding, increasing things like that. So creation mobile app has some really cool functions where we can do some dynamism. So things like you can take a screen recording and then you can take a webcam video, splice them together.
Okay.
That's one thing. So if ever you want to have some fun, add some music, emojis, things like that, you can do all that on the app. Let's focus here on the desktop, though. So this is where you're primarily going to be working from. Do you have an external webcam or a built-in one? What are we using?
Right now, I have a built-in one, but I do have an external one as well. Microsoft webcam.
Okay. Oh, because the one we're on looks great. It definitely has enough quality. It's going to get what your message across. It's not because some have really old, like a 360p, and the quality is really bad, and will take away from the purpose. So we're good here with this quality. All right. Now let's also talk about the screen recorder. Have you used the Dubb Chrome extension at all?
I did when I tried your guys' product out. I actually created 2 videos because I wanted to do an introduction video and then I want to do a sample video, like a case study video. And so I figured out how to, based on your guys' training, how to create that where one video goes and the other one automatically starts playing.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the other
so
way.
I've actually been starting to use that.
Nice, man. Good. Yeah.
I don't know if I did a good job, but I just did it.
We'll take a look here at the end. What we'll do is we'll jump into your account, see what you got going on. Okay. So we were talking about the screen recorder. The way this guy works is it's pretty straightforward. All you do is give it a click and it pulls up the screen recorder. I'm just going to use my Gmail here. All you have to do is hit the screen recorder. Lots of actually additional functionality here, though. So you see some of these buttons. We can either have it be our webcam down there. It can be a profile picture. It could be just the voice.
So I only see your video right now. I don't see your screen if you're sharing your screen.
You're totally right. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are back. I was describing the screen recorder here. So if I give it a click, I can either have it be my webcam feed like it is down there, or it could be my profile picture, or it could be just the voice. And then I also have some screen recording controls. You can see these little switches, and I want to make sure those are turned on for certain activities. So if I hit record, now I'm recording everything on my screen. So if I want to provide a visual, I can say, click here for this, sign here, so on and so forth. So there's a little annotation tool. I can also move this little bubble around, and then I can also resize it. So I can say, hey, I really wanted to show you something important, and then jump back into the screen share. I can also pause and be. The idea here is to create dynamic, kind of more interesting videos. So it's not just a talking head. We can, show some things as we're describing it when it's important. If it's just a quick video, talking heads, okay. But if we're trying to provide some visuals, it can be in our benefit to really show those visuals as we're going over them.
Gotcha.
So that is the screen recorder. Again, the idea, so not having to use a video editor or do anything like that so that we can be efficient.
Yeah.
What this usually means, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. So do you suggest at times to that point, not being distracting or anything like that, to have just your profile picture in some of the videos where you want them to stay focused on the topic at hand and not your hand motions or anything like that?
Exactly. So if we're really focused something heavily on the screen, I'd probably just use the voice and even just leave out the headshot and just use the voice. So it just depends on the application to your point. Yes. Okay. So we were talking about the creation of those guys. Screen recorder has, like I said, lots of functionality there. Does depend on what we're trying to do too. So if we're prospecting new business, are you prospecting like one-to-one, or is it at scale? What does that look? Because I know you mentioned some paid ads and things like that as well.
Yeah. So I have actually I've switched a little bit, and I actually have appointment setters. I have people that have been calling and dialing.
Nice.
And so I've been doing a lot of actually phone.
First, I think I lost you there for a second. Go ahead.
So I've been using the first appointments on the phone a lot because I'm focusing on contractors. And are you see me?
Sorry, I lost you for a second. We're back now. Go ahead and continue. So you said you had appointment setters, some dialers for you.
Yeah. So and then I've been focused. For some reason, it's unstable. I don't know if it's me or you, or both of us. So, but so I've been, the contractors, you know, they're all on job sites. So I've been doing a lot more on the phone. And why I got your guys' product was so I can send them a video summary of our conversation, who I am. Here's a sample of what we were talking about on the phone that you would get. So take a look at it. So it's kind of, I'm almost using it as a first introduction when I can't get an appointment, or when I have an appointment on the phone, then I use it as a follow-up to that phone appointment. So I'm trying to dual purpose that same introductory video.
Got it. Yeah, no, that's great. We're actually huge fans of recycling content. So that's a huge thing. It helps with efficiency. And the other thing is when you really put a little bit of work into a piece of content, you can add some more production value to it. So you can have subtitles, it can have some animations or some things like that where you've, like I said, put some more production into it. And that's only possible with that recycled content, you know, videos you are using more than once. And then what we've done.
Does your product create captions?
It doesn't create them. You can attach them. So we would either use YouTube to do it for free, or we could use like rev.com or otter.ai. There's a bunch of them out there now, but they'll generate the captions for you. I just use YouTube. Unless you're like in a real big hurry, I always recommend YouTube. So oops, wrong screen there. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. So we talked a little bit about the customization, the screen recorder. And then now finally, what email tools are you using, like a Gmail or an Outlook or a CRM? What does that look like?
So with your guys' stuff, I'm trying to use just the Gmail. I've been doing some stuff on LinkedIn, and a lot of the LinkedIn guys I've talked to said don't use an Outlook and a company domain because they get tagged and a lot of times they get thrown in spam. Gmail are the emails that usually get through and have a higher open rate than normal corporate email.
Good. Okay, so Gmail.
I don't know if that's true, but that's
no, definitely truth there. I'll dive into some of that as well. Okay, so we said Gmail and LinkedIn. So if we're in Gmail, we do have a nice little integration right inside of Gmail. Maybe you've seen it. You see this little Dubb icon here, right?
Yeah.
When you give it a click, it gives you access to your library of existing videos. So anything you've already recorded, I can say, you know, video for Bob or whoever, and drop it in. So that's for pre-recorded content, like we said, and that's the stuff we can add some production to. We can edit them. You know, like I have a bunch of these videos in my library here from the team, and those are more produced and edited videos. You'll see those here, like this one there. That's a feature announcement video. So the other thing is you can record a brand new video right here. I can just hit record and insert that. Anything I record here would be ready to go in the extension right after I finish recording.
Okay.
So that is the other way to record. So we talked about the mobile app, we talked about the screen recorder, and then now the add-ons. So if you're in Gmail, there's a Dubb icon here, and also the same button is inside of LinkedIn as well. So if I'm inside of LinkedIn, there is a little Dubb icon there. I give it a click, same deal. Access to my existing videos. I can record a brand new one and then send it through.
Cool.
Okay, so now we've talked about the creation of the videos is either through the add-ons, screen recorder, LinkedIn, Gmail, or mobile. Now let's talk about the customization of the videos. The first thing is what the videos actually look like in the email or LinkedIn message or however we're sending them. What does that email look like when we first open it? So Dubb allows a couple of things here for customization. One is you can completely customize the thumbnail. By default, it takes the first 3 seconds of the video, but you can have that be anything you want. You can have it be the 3 seconds in the middle or the end of the video, or it can be a GIF completely separate. Like it doesn't have to be anything from the video. So for example, if I wanted to change the GIF here, I can just come under editing and I can either use any point along the video to be the thumbnail, or I can upload a different image completely.
Okay.
So the other thing you'll notice is the first name on there, Video for Darius. That's another little bit of personalization text, something we always recommend taking advantage of. Whether the video was for them or it was recycled, we can make it look like it's just for them.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first thing. So go ahead.
Real quick. So when you guys do videos, And you had used mentioned earlier YouTube for the free captions. Do you guys just upload the videos into YouTube and then do the free captions and then re-upload them back into Dubb?
No. So what we do is you upload the video to YouTube, and YouTube will generate an SRT file, and then you download that SRT file and then attach it to your Dubb video.
All right.
There will actually be a nice little training video for that. You see this little eye icon here?
Yeah.
That is our video tutorial center. And right here at the somewhere halfway through, it'll say how to use YouTube to generate closed captions right here. How to use YouTube to add subtitles to your videos. So that training video will cover exactly how to do that, how to upload it, download the attachment, and then attach it to your video.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So we were talking about the customization, what it looks like in the email. It's just a little bit different through LinkedIn. So if we're sending the videos through LinkedIn, you'll see that it shows up as a still thumbnail with the link to the video. It's just a little bit different. You know, inside of the email, it shows the GIF and the first name personalization text. In LinkedIn, it still shows that personalization text, but it's in the URL, and then the thumbnail is not animated.
Okay.
Okay, so but we talked about customizing these. So this thumbnail, that first name, we want those things there so that we have a higher chance of getting them clicked on.
Right.
So I also mentioned if we're creating custom videos for people, we can make these thumbnails really interesting. Here's an example of what I mean by that. Here's a video I created on someone's LinkedIn. So if I wanted to prospect John, I would start the video on his LinkedIn profile. So I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's kind of stretched out, but it is his LinkedIn profile. And so if I send this through an email, it's when he opens that up, that's what he sees is his LinkedIn. Or if he's opening it up on LinkedIn or whatever, text message. And, you know, everyone has that what's in it for me mentality. And thumbnails like that have a good job of kind of answering that. Oh, this is my LinkedIn. He's talking about me. What's he have to say? So that is one approach we could recommend. If it's on a lower volume, you know, 5 or 10 or 20 leads a day, you could easily create that first part of the video where it's custom. You could see here really short, you know, 10, 15, 30 seconds for that video. And then we can tag on the playlist feature, which you've discovered, the bulk of what we have to say. And that's usually what we're recommending in terms of being both efficient, but also effective. Because efficiency, meaning, you know, we want custom videos, but we got to do them quick, man. We can't spend 30 minutes creating one video for one person.
Yeah, yeah.
So using that first strategy, like I said, we get a really effective thumbnail. It's really short and sweet, so we can do 20 of them in, you know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, but it has that personalization that we want. And then now on the back end, that's where we add the playlist and the buttons and things like that. So real quick, just the customization we're talking about. The first part is the thumbnail of the video, and the next part is what the video page actually looks like. So you sent this video through, you sent it through LinkedIn or you sent it through email, and they actually clicked, right? They clicked here or they clicked on the button. It's going to take them to a video page much like this one, except for it's going to be all your own stuff. So your own logo, your own URL, watermark there with your logo, custom background. The idea is to set this whole page up with all your own stuff so it's cohesive with, you know, your own branding and marketing.
Right.
The most important parts of these pages, though, are this guy here, the playlist and the CTAs. So when we're creating these videos, as you're already aware, you have a really specific intention in mind, right? Like you want them to do something quite specific by sending this video. And so that's really where both the playlist and the buttons come into play. You've already kind of figured out how to do this like the long way, you know, by doing all the hard work, splicing these videos together and then sending them out. And then having like links or something in the email, right? Or a way for them to kind of manually get back. So then that's where these buttons come in is having an action for them to take right below the video. So these buttons can be programmed to do just about anything we want. This one's a direct integration with the calendar, so you can have appointments set. We can put just about any calendar down here. We can also fill out a form. You can download an attachment, visit a website. We even have a video testimonial collection button. So they don't need to download or sign up or install anything. They just click one button and they can send you a video, which is pretty cool for, you know, answering those questions and things like that.
Yeah.
And then now what we do with that video, though, is going to be like, if we collect the testimonial one, we'd want to tag it on here on the playlist. So here's an example of a workflow. We'd have that custom video, you know, really short, 15 seconds where we're reaching out to somebody, right? And then the second one is the bulk of what you have to say, where, you know, here's my product or service. You know, that's the part that's repeated to everyone, right? It's not much different for every lead, correct?
Right.
So at the end of the first one, where you did the custom video on their LinkedIn or on their website or whatever, it automatically transitions into that next video that, like I said, is pre-recorded. Maybe we have some animations or some production value in there.
Yeah.
And then as a third one, you could put a testimonial video, or in place of this one, a testimonial video.
Yeah.
But the idea is, though, we want some social proof here to play automatically.
Yeah.
So you have this nice, offer from you saying, hey guys, thank you so much, or just wanted to share this little bit of information with you. I know you're going to find it valuable.
Yeah.
Share the information. And then after that, it says, hey, working with Robert has been amazing. He saved me this much money. We're getting this much business, or, whatever the result.
Yeah.
It can either be testimonial video. Here, the other thing I've seen that works really well is something like a case study where you're going over what happened with a specific client. And it doesn't have to be, the client doesn't have to be there. It could just be like documentation of what the result of the client was with, like saying, hey guys, I just wanted to show you an example of some of my other clients that we've worked with, and here's the results that they've had. They've saved this and that. So it doesn't have to be the client, but that does work pretty well. So I've seen both of those, either you going over like a case study or testimonial video from a client.
Cool.
And then, those go. It's just like, when you're watching a commercial on TV, you see something, you see an offer, it's interesting, and then they show you people using it, and then they tell you the people are saying it's amazing, you got to buy it. And they do that for a reason. It's psychologically, that's how our brain works. And so that's the same thing we want to do here with our videos. We have an interesting offer, and if we've gotten their attention, then we want to say, hey, look, and don't worry, because other people are succeeding with this service. So, kind of hold their hand for them. So playlist and then buttons. So we mentioned the lowest hanging fruit. Are you typically, you said phone calls, right? Like you're getting them on the call, and that's where we're moving them down the sales funnel, right?
Yeah. And so what I did with my videos was I put the CTA button for my calendar link.
Perfect.
And so I did it in both videos. So after they watched the first video, then I told them to, you can click on the calendar link, set an appointment, or watch the next video, kind of see a little bit more about what I do. And excellent. So gave them the option.
Cool. Okay. And then, and what you also mentioned there is a best practice is at the end of the videos, we need to be instructing people of what to do. So what a common mistake, it doesn't seem like a mistake, but a common thing people do is at the end of the video, they'll just say, thanks, thanks for watching, something like that. And, that's not terrible, but it's also not specific. It's not telling them, click the button below so I can give you something, or so we can move forward. We can, give you something of value. So that little direction has a huge impact on actually, driving up the number of clicks. So as you said, always be sure to say, click the button below. You can schedule a time, and, don't take my word for it. Hear from some of my clients, or, whatever the buttons we have set up.
Sure.
Social proof here is really critical. It's huge, especially for prospecting and biz dev, because that's usually one of people's biggest objections. First, how much is it going to cost or whatever. But in your case, there's no cost. They're going to be saving. Well, there is a cost, but they're going to be saving money in the long term, most likely. So that's easily counterable. But the other thing is, like, who else are you helping? I just want to know that this is a real thing.
Yeah.
So I would say the social proof button, whether that's a case study, success story, testimonial, that's one of the most consumed assets on these video pages, whether it's a video or a button. So I always recommend having at least like both there. Maybe we have a button that goes to written reviews, or we have the playlist of a video testimonial there. Or maybe it's a button that goes to a video page with 3 testimonial videos, or whatever that looks like. Whatever we have in terms of assets, we want to leverage those on this page, because they're going to get clicked on. They're going to get looked at when we're sending those out.
Okay.
Okay. So that's kind of the concept here with the CTAs and the playlist, is to optimize the structure here for what we're trying to accomplish. So if it's for prospecting, it's for networking, it's for follow-up, lots of different reasons or nuances we would be using the video page for. And the idea is to have these videos, some pre-recorded ones that are just set it and forget it. Like we build these pages one time for things like frequently asked questions or those intro videos you described, and we're just able to really recycle that asset really quickly and effectively because it's built right. But then you also have custom videos, which you can make on the fly through your Gmail or through the screen recorder or whatever. And then this whole page will get built automatically as well. So like these buttons, the background, all that stuff is set up as what's called a default. So like right now, if I hit record, this video I made earlier, I didn't do any changes to it, but you can see here the whole page is automatically built. The background, it's got a couple buttons on there, some things like that. So that's kind of the concept, is we have pre-recorded videos ready to go on demand, and we can make these fully built pages on the fly. Like I can hit record right now and this whole page gets built without me needing to do anything. So that is the customization of these video pages. The customizing individual video pages, but also having the ability to customize them on the fly, and the idea of having them optimized for what we're trying to accomplish.
Okay.
So a couple things there. One is what the videos look like in the email or preview, what the video page itself looks like, and then the buttons and the playlist. So that's the customization we're offering.
Okay.
The last thing I was going to talk about is the distribution. So that is how we're getting these videos out. So of course through Gmail or through, that's the simple way. We can also text message these videos. We talked about LinkedIn. We could send them right through LinkedIn or really any channel, Facebook or Instagram, you name it. But we also have some really powerful in-house sending capabilities right here on Dubb. We do have the ability to send out blasts. So like I can send one video to our whole list. Like here's an example that went out to 17,000 people, and it gets really detailed tracking and reporting. You can see who's watching, who's clicking, what percentage, and so on. So that's a campaign section. And then we also have automations, which are little workflows you can build, which are series of emails, 1, 3, 5, however many you want. We can build these guys out. And then that way, maybe a lead becomes unresponsive. You've tried calling, you tried texting, you tried emailing. It's been a few weeks. That's when we just drop them in here, and then it'll kind of automatically touch them periodically without us having to manually do so.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked now a little bit about the distribution, email, text message, social media. Those are built in. And then we also have campaigns and automations as part of the tool as well. All right. So we've just about covered everything. We talked about the creation, which is the app, screen recorder, the add-ons. We talked about the customization, which is good-looking thumbnails, good-looking video pages, effective CTAs and playlists, and then the distribution of them, which is either through automations, through campaigns, regular emails, text messages, and social media. So whatever we need, we have opportunity to do so. And now lastly is the coaching. What we do as a company is we provide one-on-one support to make sure that all our customers know exactly what they're doing. There's zero guesswork involved. What we do is we meet with you guys periodically. We get you guys set up with your video pages so that you know exactly how long your videos should be, what kind of buttons you should have, the structure of the pages, all that. And then also how you're distributing those, best practices, things like that. So that all is included with a subscription as well.
Okay.
Cool. So I think that is the demo there. So we talked about the creation, customization, distribution, and then the kind of coaching to wrap it all up. So let's see. What questions do you have?
I liked the what you're sharing about the customization of the page. Can you go back and show that? Because when you customized, you had your videos, and down the bottom you had your various buttons. So whether it was a calendar link or right below that you had your calendar share, right? So you could have your website link or testimonials or other library of other videos, and each of those buttons are customized, and that whole page is right.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm assuming under the I you have little tutorials and all that kind of stuff, or is that or is there the basis of that is already developed, and I just need to change the colors and upload my logo and all that?
Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and jump back in here for you. So what I would recommend is it is all already there. All the stuff's already built. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up your account here on my end, and I'm going to point you in a direction of where we need to go. So 1 second here. All right. Let's jump into your account. Okay. So a couple of things. To your point, this eye icon does have a nice tutorial video right here. This one's a quick tutorial on Dubb. This one's going to cover how to upload your own logo, how to kind of customize that page as I described, like the background, basic information. So that's usually where I recommend to get started. That will cover how to, like I said, get the full video page set up. So yeah, you still got to pop in your logo there, some contact information probably.
Hi there, Robert Wolf here with.
So yeah, this is mostly already done, but we can include some additional information down here as well, like email, phone number, things like that. Let me go ahead and point you where that is actually. You may have actually done all that already. Let's see. Do you want this information on your video page, like one of these phone numbers or emails?
Yeah. Then that, I mean, if they're there, they can contact me.
Perfect. So what we would do is under video options, you choose which of those you want displayed. So I see
gotcha.
you filled out email, mobile, business, So I'll check those right now. Email, mobile, business. And then if you want to put your title, website, social links, those can be displayed also.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. And the next thing is your logo. So under team, my team, pop in your own logo here, and it's going to replace ours with yours.
Oh, okay. Under team.
Yep. Under team.
Okay.
Team, my team. Again, and then the little tutorial video that will cover this stuff kind of step by step. So this is where I recommend to meet. After this little stuff is done here, then I would say let's schedule your next call where I'm going to assign some homework to you, as I mentioned. So get the little branding set up. I'm going to QA all that, say, okay, all this is done well. And then now we're ready for some homework, which is the videos you've described, those ones that are going to be recycled assets. So all I actually need you to do is create the recording themselves, and then I'm going to help you build out the workflows and everything like that for them.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Good deal. So let me see. Anything else I can do for you today?
No, that was helpful. The biggest thing is I need to go back through that video. I did watch that video, but I think I was still like so new and going, well, this is cool.
Okay, pop it up and then follow it along, kind of go step by step with it. So you'll pop in the logo. Actually, we just set up the rest of the email signature. So you're 99% of the way there. What you could even do is if you want, because I know you have a couple of those videos you had in mind to record, get those guys done. Maybe do 1 or 2 versions. And then let's meet again. And I'm going to say, okay, this one's better. Let's build this workflow with this one.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. So yeah, we have just a tiny bit of homework. Let's get those couple videos. Anything else you had in mind too, go ahead and record them. And then it's, better to have it there for me to QA it than to, meet again later. So knock out whatever.
I have a lot of videos on YouTube, and I have a lot of videos on Vimeo as well.
So we can always upload those here as well. You can get the MP4 and then upload them right to here. If for some reason you're, because the website itself has a smaller upload limit than the Chrome extension. So if the video is too large, like if it's over 1 gigabyte, it might have some trouble on the website. So just use the Chrome extension in order to do that. So if you click on the Dubb Chrome extension, it has about a 3 gigabyte upload limit through that option over there.
All right, cool.
All right. Let's see. Anything else?
No, we're good. Thanks, Darius. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Bob. Okay, buddy. So you got a little bit of homework. And then once we have that done, let's meet again. I'm going to help you get everything tied in together and get you over the finish line.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. All right, Bob. Talk again soon, buddy. Have a good one.
Bye.